Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 5 signs you a real one. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, y'all. I know y'all probably thinking to yourselves like, am I the fake one? Am I the fraud? No, listen. I want you to understand something. You the real one. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm a real one. All right? Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm a real one. And so this video is very important, y'all, because it's somebody trying to psych you out your mind. It's some people trying to make you second guess yourself. All right? Understand something. You don't got to second guess yourself for nobody. You are a real one. And I'm going to give y'all all the signs of how you know this is true. Yes, sir. But before we do that, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel if anything resonate with y'all, all right? And so the first sign of how you know you a real one is going to be this, y'all. You put up with things that you should have been left. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, let me say it louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, y'all, you don't put up with things that you should have been left, okay? So, Reno, what do you mean by that? Listen, when you was in a relationship, you put up with that man. You put up with that woman who kept on cheating. Yes, sir. If you was in a friendship, you stayed down with that person who showed you who they was the first time. You still kept giving them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, sir. And not only that, y'all, but people who have double-crossed you, people who have did things that was sneaky behind your back, all type of things, y'all, that you clearly know that you shouldn't be around this person. People who tried to use you, take advantage of you. Listen, you stay around certain things that you know, and I know, and they know that you should have been left. What does that mean, Reno? You a real one. Now, let me say this, y'all. Sometimes being a real one, it comes with a price, right? Sometimes being a real one, it comes with some type of cost. And that cost is very expensive, all right? It's very expensive because sometimes, y'all, we deal with people who take advantage of us. We deal with people who try to get the best of us. We deal with people who try to use us. Why? Because you got a good heart. Somebody drop in the comments if this is true and say, I got a good heart. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I got a good heart. So, Reno, what does that mean? Everybody don't have the type of heart that you have. Everybody is not as compassionate as you are. You got to realize, y'all, some people literally have a heart, but it's on ice, meaning they cold. They ice cold. And that's why that person want to be around you so much. That's why that person wants you to continue. They know they keep doing what they doing on purpose. Why? Because they know you will take them back. They know you will still keep being their friend. They know that's not in your heart. That's not in your mindset. I was watching the movie, y'all, last night. And some of y'all probably know it, right? It got the dude from Everybody Hates Chris. And it was so many subliminal messages. Being able to go back and listen what it was about. And so him and his friend, they got into it. I'll give y'all a short story, right? Him and his friend, they got into it. And what happened was his friend started saying mean, hateful, and disrespectful things to him. All right. And then Chris finally got mad and he said some things, okay? But his friend was portraying to be somebody who he wasn't. And he said, you know what? Once he got home, he realized, Chris, I'm talking about, he was like, man, he need me. I know I need to help him out. I need to make sure I'm going to be there for my friend. I need to make sure I'm going to be there for my homeboy. And so I'm going to still help him out. Even though he said these things about me, I'm going to still be there to help him out and look out for him. Reno, what you saying right now? That's you. You got the type of heart where if a person say something disrespectful to you, you don't hold grudges. You say, you know what, man? You ain't mean that. And you still going to come through. Yes, sir. If a person has done something to you, you ain't going to hold that grudge. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to still be there for you. Yes, sir. Because everybody is not built like you, though. You got to realize something, y'all. Everybody is not built like you. Y'all drop it in the comments real quick. Everybody ain't built like you, all right? Understand what I'm saying, y'all. You have put up with things that you should have been left, all right? Everybody know it. Your mama know it. Your daddy know it. Sister know it. All right? Even a person who's doing it to you, they know it. And like I said, y'all, this can go with anything. Once again, friendship, relationship, right? Job, whatever it is for you, whatever it is to you. But see, you done put up with things way too long. You should have been left. But that's a clear indication that you are a real one. If that resonated with you, make sure you drop in the comments and let me know, y'all. Yes, sir. If that resonated, drop in the comments and say, I'm a real one. All right? And so we're going to get to the second sign of how you know you a real one. It's going to be this, y'all. You stood solid. Okay? Let me say it louder for the real ones in the back. Yes, sir. Oh, we got some real ones on here, y'all. But listen to what I'm saying. You stood solid. So, Reno, what do you mean by that? All right. Now, I know everybody don't go to jail and everybody don't go to prison. But just for y'all who have held somebody down, who went up that road before, all right? Somebody who went to boot camp or they went to some type of camp, you held them down. You stood solid, male or female. And women are notorious for doing this, holding a man down who done been to prison or who's in prison, right? Or jail. You held that man down. That's one way you stood solid. For my men, all right? Straight Papoose style, okay? You held that woman down. And when she got out, all right, you were still there for her. Still being the man who she thought you was, okay? And like I said, y'all, this ain't only jail. But you can stand solid with somebody who needs something to eat, right? They ain't got no money right now. They going through it. They barely got enough to take care of their family. They barely got enough to take care of their kids. And here you are. What you need, bro? Here you go, bro. I got you. What you need, sis? Here you go. I got you. What you saying, Reno? You stood solid. See, you know what? Some people, they don't even want to be your friend if you ain't got no money. They don't even want to be your friend if you don't have nothing to offer them. And to a degree, I understand it because at the end of the day, we don't want no leeches, right? I mean, can we just be real, y'all? We don't need no leeches in our lives. But see, when you consider yourself to be something like a friend, a real friend, somebody drop in the comments and say, you ain't never had a friend like me. Man, shout out to Tupac, y'all. But listen to what I'm saying, though. When you consider yourself being a real friend, that's different. That means that if I get sick today, you got my back, right? If I have $1 million today, you still got my back. You stood solid. That's a real friend. And guess what? The same rules should apply in a relationship. The same rules should apply in a marriage. Now, you know why the same rules don't apply with a job? Because business is business, and I understand that, right? Business is business, and I understand that. Although you should definitely treat your employees, correctly, the way they should be treated or at least appreciated. But the same rules don't apply, and I must say that, all right? Well, Reno, what are you saying right now? Outside of a job, when it comes to your friends or relationships, you stood solid with them. Whether they went to jail, whether they was broke, hungry, couldn't take care of themselves for a minute, right? In situations where you really should have walked away, but you still stood solid. That's the definition of a real one. You a real one. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm a real one. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm a real one. You stood solid when that person didn't have no money. You stood solid when that person couldn't take care of themselves. And you stood solid when that person was going through all that hardship, trying to figure out when they was being betrayed. You stood right there. You stood solid when everybody walked away. That's a difference, y'all. So I need you to understand that and accept that. You a real one. Why? Because you stood solid, all right? And like I always tell y'all, everybody that's riding with you is not riding for you. Give out the gas and let's see who help you push that car, all right? And so the third sign of how you know you a real one is going to be this, chosen ones. You are genuine, all right? Let me say it one more time, louder for the people in the back. Listen, y'all, you are a genuine individual, all right? You a real, genuine person, okay? And so what does that mean, Reno? You're authentic, you're real, okay? You solid, all right? And not only that, but you just down to earth. You don't get too many people who are down to earth, right? You don't get too many people who's willing to walk with you. All right? Because, see, it's a lot of people who's willing to ride with you. But who gonna walk with you to the store? Who gonna walk with you to go get some groceries? Who gonna walk with you to go pick up your kids? Who gonna walk with you? Listen, y'all, if I had a Bentley, all right, if I had a Mercedes-Benz, if I had a Maserati, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to find somebody to ride with me. But who gonna walk with me? That's you. You a genuine individual. You'll give the shirt off your back. You'll give the last, okay? Obviously, all right, and it wouldn't be a good decision anyway, but I'm sure you wouldn't give the last that your kid got. You ain't gonna do that. I ain't saying that, y'all. But what I'm saying is you a genuine individual, meaning you willing to give a person or individual your last, the shirt off your back, right? Let me give y'all a little small story. Y'all ain't gonna get too deep into it, but listen to what I'm saying though. One day, y'all, this is back when I was married, right? And one day we got in a heated argument, you know, real heated argument. And so I just left. I had gotten the habit to where I would leave, not running away from the situation or running away from an argument, but running away from an actual conversation, but I would walk away until things was not so heated, right? So I, drove out, I walked out, drove to Dunwoody, where I was going to college at this particular time, right? I had graduated, by the way, but I was very familiar with Dunwoody. So I go to Dunwoody, and I just go get me a smoothie, right? And I see this guy, he's walking, he with his little daughter. She couldn't be no more than 7 years old. Lips white, right? Dark-skinned guy, nappy head. I remember this like it was yesterday. He looked like he was homeless, and he had his daughter with him. And so my heart automatically was like, how can I help this man? And so he walked up to my car. He said, man, can you just help me, bro, with anything, me and my daughter out here. And immediately when he said that, I had just had a free smoothie. I just had a new smoothie, right? Brand new smoothie. I hadn't even sipped out of it yet. Before I took a sip, I gave the smoothie to his daughter. And I said, bro, I'm going to be real with you. Right now, I ain't got no money right now, bro. I don't got no money. But what I can do is I had a trunk full of clothes and shoes. It looked like he was hurting for clothes and shoes. So I gave him like 2 pair of my shoes. I had probably like 12 to 15 pair of shoes. I gave him like 2 pair of shoes. I gave him the shirt literally off my back. That's a genuine person. I ain't saying this for y'all to give me no flowers. I ain't saying this for y'all to be like, what? Reno. I ain't saying it for that, y'all. I'm saying it because I want you to realize something. When you a genuine person, sometimes a person don't even got to ask you. Your heart gonna automatically lead you to it. And that's you. You are a genuine person. So you probably asking, man, Reno, what does it mean for me to be a real one? They trying to manipulate me to make me feel like I'm fake. No, they fake. It ain't true. You genuine. And that's why people want to keep you around. And honestly, y'all, I seen him again, and I didn't even ask him about, man, what happened, with the clothes. I just said, man, how you doing? How you and your daughter doing? Next time I seen him, he had a job, right? His daughter looked like she was doing okay. And he looked like he was doing okay. And I was happy to see that, brother. I was happy to see that, brother. Because I gave somebody the shirt off my back. Literally. That's the thing, y'all. He didn't have no... So all I'm saying is, y'all, is this right here. You a real one. And one clear indicator is that you are genuine. And they don't make them like you no more. You the last one standing. Somebody drop in the comments and say I'm the last one standing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say I'm the last one standing. This real, y'all. All right? So we're going to get to the 4th sign of how you know you a real one. It's going to be this, y'all. You are a selfless person. All right? Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Listen, chosen ones. You are a selfless person. I ain't say selfish. I said selfless. So if you're selfish, you need to go ahead and exit out this video, right? Or get some more notes, because this is not for you. I'm not talking about selfish people. I'm talking about the selfless people. See, in order to be a real one, You have to be a person who think about others. You can't be a person who just think about themselves. It even says in the scriptures, y'all, it's better to be a giver than a receiver. Does that mean that you should never receive? No. Does that mean you should never have a gift? No. All I'm saying is, y'all, it even was said in the scripture that it's better to be a giver than a receiver. Meaning, it's better to think about others than it is to think about yourself. Reno, should I just never think about myself? No, not saying that. But when you are a selfless person, typically you're going to be considered a real one, right? And see, you get back what you give. And so, naturally, you're going to receive anyway. Why? Because you are a selfless person, all right? And so, come with that is pros and cons. But like I always tell y'all, there could be no good without no bad. There can be no hot without no cold. So we got to keep going through this, y'all. Understand what I'm saying. You are a selfless person. And so being a selfless person, that comes with being a real one. You think about others before you think about yourself. You're willing to help others before you're willing to help yourself. If this good or bad, I'm not saying neither. But what I am saying is you a real one. Somebody drop in the comments and say I'm a real one. Yes, sir. I want you to understand something, y'all. They're trying to make it seem like you the one who fake. You the one who ain't doing enough. You the one who can't be considered a real one. When in actuality, it's the total opposite. It's them. You a real one. All right? And don't allow them to manipulate you to think that you're just like them. Because once again, you are different and everybody ain't built like you. All right? Understand that, chosen one, okay? And I know I got some real ones on this video, y'all. So once again, real ones, we're about to get to the fifth sign of how you know you a real one. It's going to be this, y'all. You don't double cross nobody, all right? Now, I don't got to say that on Ladder for the Back. I'm sure y'all know. You ain't double cross nobody. I can tell y'all this, y'all. In my adult years, as me knowing that what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right, okay? Understanding and having sense. Not only having sense, but book smart, street smart, all type of smarts. You know when you did something wrong, right? Listen, in my adult years, I've never double-crossed nobody. It's just a part of your character. It's just a part of who you are. It's just a part of your essence. You ain't double-crossed nobody. How Judas double-crossed Jesus, right? How Cain double-crossed his own brother, right? All these different things, y'all. Listen, you ain't double-crossed nobody. And so you only can be considered to be a real one if you haven't did nothing sneaky or conniving. That's just like the serpent. That's the snake. That's the devil. Understand that, y'all. And so you got to realize this. You are one way. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm a solid individual. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm a solid individual. What you saying right now, Reno? They fake and you the real one. You ain't double-crossed nobody. You a man of your word. You're a woman of your word. And you just stand solid. You haven't double-crossed nobody, okay? Even if you had the opportunity to. That's a different one too, y'all. Because let's just say, somebody say, matter of fact, we're going to use the Judas and Jesus, y'all. Let's just say that Judas did not cross Jesus. And they gave him the opportunity. They said, look, man, we're going to give you 30 pieces of silver. Come on. Well, here go Judas, y'all. I don't want to do that, man. That's, man, Jesus my homie. That's, man, I'm loyal. I don't want to do that, right? Or you know how they talk back in the day. I must not do that, right? I don't want to do that. I'm going to stay loyal to Jesus. Let's just say he was like that, right? Well, that would have clearly made him a real one. That would have clearly made him a real one. But instead, he was the fake one. Why? Because he double-crossed Jesus. I hope y'all follow me, y'all. Understand what I'm saying. All I'm simply saying is, y'all, is this right here. You have been granted the opportunity to do somebody who you was close to wrong. You was granted the opportunity to double-cross your wife, to double-cross your man, to double-cross your husband. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. You was granted an opportunity. And you know what even make you a real one? They did you wrong, but you ain't do the same thing that they did to you. That's what make it worse, y'all. They did you wrong, but you ain't even do the same thing they did to you. All right, I could be going on and on about this, y'all, because I'm a real one. And I know if you watching this video, you're a real one too, y'all. As a matter of fact, make sure you drop in the comments and say I'm a real one. Yes, sir. But with that being said, y'all, I can't conclude this video no better. Y'all already know how we do, man. Listen, don't allow them to control you. Don't allow them to make you feel like you are the fake one because it's them. And don't allow somebody to manipulate your mindset. Understand something, y'all. You are a real one. And you got no choice but to accept it, all right? And so with that being said, y'all make sure y'all check out any one of the links in my description. Make sure you check out any one of my books. That's 8 Steps to Self-Publishing a Successful Book, Rich Mentality, Traumatized by Love, as well as Fairly Unequal. Also, be sure to check out any one of my memberships. That's my YouTube membership as well as my Patreon. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.